In today's video, we'll look at some mysterious creatures caught on camera, like this odd insect and this West Virginian legend. But before those, here's one for the folks who are scared something will come out of their toilet. Toilet eel. I've heard of snakes popping out of toilets, but not this. On a Friday in Alor Setar, a Malaysian couple was home when this eel-like monster emerged from their toilet and slowly slithered around their home. According to Zul Hanif Anip, the homeowner, the creature had a small head with a thick body. He said it didn't resemble any local snakes he was familiar with. I think the creature grew up inside the pipeworks connected to the toilet hole because I have checked and there is no entry point for it to have got inside, Anip shared. He was about 2 meters long with a very fat, thick body. I'm not sure if it was a snake or a kind of tidal creature or from the swamp. Anip further said that he and his wife, Puteri, captured it in a sack and released it into a nearby river. When asked more about where he believes the animal came from, he had this to say: "My house is surrounded by paddy fields, so it may have originated from there." Oh man, now I have more animals to be wary of. Lost Lagoon's brain. Okay, these aren't actual brains, but they certainly look like one. This mysterious creature is called the bryozoan, and it's not just a singular entity. In fact, it's a group of small animals clumped together. Thankfully, they don't hurt humans. The most they do if you touch them is leave a bunch of slime on your hands. Not the prettiest sight there is, but still better than any type of hostility. The ancestry of the bryozoan dates as far back as 500 million years ago. Yep, they have been here since the prehistoric era. It's believed it originated in what's now known as the Mississippi River and has since migrated westward, hence its sighting in Canada. How do they form, you ask? It's pretty peculiar. According to Gizmodo, it starts with a singular bryozoan larva. It reproduces asexually and then repeats the process until the entire brain-like colony is formed. Now, despite it looking pretty scary, the Missouri Department of Conservation said that sightings of bryozoans are actually a good thing. They explained that it indicates good water quality, as the microorganisms feed off the nutrients found within. Globster. Uh-oh, what's this hairy mound of flesh that washed ashore? Well, no one knows. That's why this marine life is called a globster. What is a globster? It's pretty much a mysterious mass that washes up on shorelines that's difficult to identify. So honestly, it could be several things, from decomposing whales to sea lions. Whatever the case, this one was beached in the town of San Antonio in Oriento Mindoro, Philippines. It was about 7 p.m. on a Friday when this washed ashore, and citizens have been either worried or curious since. Some have even taken photos with it. While authorities suspect that the carcass is simply a decomposed whale, locals share their worries. One resident, named Vincent de la Peña Badillo, said that many were alarmed, including him when they heard about the news. Supposedly, when creatures such as that wash upon the shore, it's a sign that something terrible will happen. While I'm not sure about the validity of that belief, if a globster did land somewhere nearby where I live, I'd be pretty freaked out too. Freaky moth. Oh, heck nah. This is what nightmares are made of. Is it some weird alien creature? A parasite from the depths of hell? Hopefully someone's depraved imagination? Unfortunately not. It's real, and it's called the Creatonotus gangis. The little monster is a species of moth that lives in Southeast Asia and Australia. Apparently, most of the time, this creature looks like an average moth with white and black wings with either a red or yellow body. However, when it's preparing to mate, 4 tentacle-like hairy glands appear from behind. Oh dear. Oh no, just why? Why not just do some cute little dance as the birds do? Well, these glands are supposedly called hair pencils and are used by the male moths to expel pheromones to attract their female mates. And as unbelievable as it sounds, female moths find this scent irresistible. Once the pair mates, the females lay round yellow eggs, which often number to about 50. Hey, at least next time we know which eggs to relocate into the wild. Desert walker. What are some fun things to do out in the desert? Ride camels, race with your friends or family on quad bikes, sit around and wait for the sunset? Whatever it is, imagine this deciding to join in the experience. What was that? A giant moving tower? A robot of mass destruction? It's a siren head, if you believe creepypastas. But just what is a siren head? It's a tall, fleshy creature whose head is a pole with 2 speakers. Usually, it lurks in wooded areas and regularly emits disturbing noises. So if that guy were me and I happened upon it, I'd quickly book it as far as my camel would let me. Mothman. On November 15, 1966, 2 young couples told police they spotted a large grey creature with red glowing eyes. They described it further as a large flying man with 10-foot wings. Soon, others reported similar sightings, including 2 volunteer firefighters. So, what's the deal? Was it a new type of bird species? After all, the sheriff thought what people kept reporting about was a huge heron. According to legend, these people saw nothing else but the Mothman. But what is it? And does a creature like that actually exist? That's for you to decide. Here are some photographic pieces of evidence reported on the news. As incredible and eerie as it is to spot the creature, some believe the Mothman's appearance is a bad omen. According to them, it only appears when catastrophe is about to strike. Like in 1967, where the Point Pleasant Silver Bridge collapsed. During that tragic incident, 46 people lost their lives, 2 of whose bodies were never found. Uh-oh. Time to stock up on medical equipment and unperishable goods, it seems. Antarctic mystery. If I asked you to list the creatures that live in the Antarctic, what would you say? Seals? Penguins? Snowy sheathbills? You're correct, except you're missing one essential thing on the list: the Ninjin. Okay, I know it's a cryptoid, but look, here's some footage captured by people who visited the place. You can't tell me that's some deformed penguin. It looks just like how the Ninjin is physically described. Oh, some of you don't know what that is? The Ninjin is an aquatic humanoid-like creature that supposedly inhabits the subantarctic oceans. It first came to light because of Japanese internet users who flocked to a forum website called 2channel. Time for today's best pick. What are you most afraid of encountering at home? A snake? A home invader? A ghost? Well, this guy had the scare of his life. Find out what he spotted next. The rake. Something is watching you from the woods. Sometimes it even dwells in the sewers. But you know the worst place you could spot it? On your roof and at the end of your bed. The rake is a pale, thin, and naked humanoid creature with large teeth and claws that stalks its victims. It was first mentioned on a 4chan board in late 2005 on a thread started by an anonymous user. So how dangerous is it? People said it's sadistic and cruel, preferring to stalk and torture its victims instead of murdering them outright. There are even rumors that it doesn't take physical damage. That is insane considering its monstrous strength, stealth, and speed. Hold on a second, that doesn't sound good. Oh shoot! Well, time for me to hide in a bunker. Security footage phantom. In the video, we see what seems to be a figure walking across the field, only to vanish as soon as someone gets close to it. Even when slowed down, there's no trace or indication of how the figure could have disappeared so suddenly. Users pointed out that it could simply be a person passing through. However, one of them pointed out that we humans have no eye shine like the one the figure had, as we don't have the tapetum lucidum layer in our eyes. What do you guys think it is? Is it really a person recorded on a potato security camera, or is it some creature we've yet to discover? North Georgia squealer. Of all the items on this list, this one effectively gave me the biggest creeps. The footage was taken by a couple of friends having fun lighting fireworks in some woods. As one of the guys was about to light another, they heard some squealing somewhere behind them. Curious, interested, and slightly spooked, they decided to check it out. I won't lie, my arm hair was already rising during this portion. I don't think I was the only one though. The guy holding the camera clearly thought something wrong would be found too. And you know what? We were right. Soon they spotted a humanoid figure in the dark. At first it didn't notice them, but then the guy started nervously laughing and needed to backtrack to pick something up. That's when the worst happens. The figure runs towards them. Heck no. Watch this chase go down. Honestly, it could all very well have been an elaborate plan. But that doesn't change anything on my end. I'd be swearing like a sailor and praying like a saint that I escaped safely from whatever or whoever that was.